Thanks for watching. Try making a DIY colony trap. Hope you enjoy. Thanks. Okay, here we go. So this is your do-it-yourself colony trap for muskrats. What I'm using is a 36-inch by 25 feet cage wire. This is 16 gauge. It's a little softer than I wanted it to be. I should have bought 14 gauge, but I guess I didn't realize that this was 16. The first thing you want to do is you want to cut 5 panels off of your 36-inch roll. Each panel is 7 squares, which is roughly 7.5 inches by the time you add in all the wire there. And as you cut these off, you'll notice that there's tag ends on one side of them. You're going to want to take your pliers and nip those off. Then, because when I made the prototype, I didn't like the sharp edges. These are, they're not annoyingly sharp, but if I'm going to keep these for a long time, I'm going to take them off. So I got out the angle grinder, and we're going to whack these babies down. So you're also going to want to straighten your panels so they lay nice and flat. Here we go. Okay, once you have the panels flattened out pretty well, and you have the sharp edges taken off if you feel like doing so, it's time to align your 4 panels for the sides. I recommend aligning them so that the long wire is facing inside the trap. And what I found was that they collapse better when you do that. Remember, this is going to be collapsible for storage, and if you put those long wires on the smooth side of that long wire on the inside of the trap, they fold much better. So go ahead and connect at least the 4 corners on all 4 panels, and we'll see what happens. A quick note, I did buy 2 different kinds of clips. I've got the standard J clips, and then I have these other cage clips. I'm not sure which ones I'm going to like better, so I'm just going to kind of play and see what works best. Okay, once you've got the 4 sections put together, the basic mechanics of the folding trap are pretty much there. They're just, you extend it out to use, and then it'll lay flat for storage. Next step is going to be adding the back end to this. Let me show you what we do. Okay, so when you cut the back of the trap, you need to use 1, 2, 3 of the 2-inch lengths, and then you need all of the wire that goes to the number 4. So we're actually going to trim it right along this line right here. All right, let me show you what it looks like when we're done. Okay. So, and then we're going to cut the end 2 tag ends off of here. I'm not sure I can do it with one hand, but we'll give it a shot. Helps if I'm in the camera, doesn't it? And that is going to allow for the lid, the back lid here, the back of the trap, to swing a little bit more freely. Now you just put your trap into shape and measure how high this needs to be, and then you start just bending the tag ends over the top of the trap. Remember, keep your lengthwise on the inside of the trap. Another thing to note, when you're doing it, you don't want it down on like the surface here. You actually want it kind of into the bottom of the trap. And then you can see where you need to fold that wire. So what I did is I just folded the end 2 to the right length, and then I'll just make the middle ones match. I'm only folding them over about half, maybe 3/4 of the way, because I want to make sure that everything is aligned right, so that when the back is attached permanently, the trap closes real nice. So play with it a little bit. Once you've got them folded over, you want to take your pliers and just go above where the hinge is actually going to be, and just pinch that down, and you'll notice it creates a rounded area, and it just helps it swing a lot better. All right, when you're all done after twisting them, I twisted them around twice and then I trimmed them. And when you're all said and done, you're actually going to be a little higher than the bottom of the cage. And when you close it up tight to go in the water, it'll draw everything together. The zip ties, you'll notice on this one, everything got pulled together real nice. So you could avoid that by making the top a little longer, but it looked good to me when I did it. So you know what you're going to do. You do it better on the next one, I guess. So, all right, moving on to the next step, which is creating a support. Okay, so the support is real simple. It's just one layer of the cage wire. You know, it's just going to sit in there. You go back 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and it's just going to sit right inside there. It's going to be on a hinge, so it swings up and down, and then it'll use zip ties to hold it there. The door is a little bit different. Again, you want the critters to be able to push along the length of that. It's not as rough. The door is actually going to be only 6 inches wide, so it fits in there. It's got lots of sloppy room. And then when you connect it, you're going to connect it so that it has plenty of room to travel up and down. And I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done. Okay, there it is. That's the final product. You've got your support here. Nice and stable. And I changed the design slightly. I actually used the J-clips, and well, they worked pretty good. I think they actually worked better. So there you go, guys. That is a collapsible muskrat colony trap. Homemade. Figure it cost about $7. So, all right. Thanks for watching, guys. Appreciate you. Take the zip ties off. End of the trap goes up. Support goes up. Door goes up. Trap will fold if everything is up. My door key, or my rear end there, keeps getting caught. There we go. If you haven't already subscribed, please do. Thanks for watching.